Good evening. Thank you for joining us. You're watching the 9 at Night. I'm Andrew Seeley. We begin tonight on the northeast side. Police now are searching a home where they believe a man was tortured. His body was found a few miles from the home in early December. Our Camelia Juarez explains what led officers to the property.
32-year-old Justin Hunt was arrested for his alleged involvement with a gruesome murder at his home in the 7200 block of Montgomery Road. Arrest documents state Matthew Pacheco McKinney was tortured and injected with bleach after being shot at Hunt's home in mid-November. People who live in the area say they saw suspicious behavior at the house.
There was just people always coming in and out. There was cars pulling up, stopping by the end of the driveways, going into the garage.
According to an arrest affidavit, David Castleberry helped move the victim's remains to O'Connor Road. Castleberry is already in custody for his involvement in an unrelated Atascosa murder case. Police documents state the co-defendant in the Atascosa murder told investigators Hunt and Castleberry may have killed and buried another woman at the Montgomery home in exchange for $20,000.
It makes you concerned, that's for sure. It happened. Something happened right across the street from you, like that.
Live Oak Police, along with the Bexar County Sheriff deputies, Texas Rangers, and Atascosa Sheriff deputies, have been searching for clues at the Montgomery home using cadaver dogs. Now neighbors say they want to move away from the area.
Do I have a for sale sign I can put out real quick? That's horrifying.
That was Camelia Juarez reporting. Hunt is being held without bond at the Bexar County Jail. Live Oak Police expect to search the house for several days. San Antonio police have made an arrest in a double murder from July. Jonathan Lee Alfaro is charged with capital murder. According to arrest records, the victims, identified as 59-year-old Victor Rodriguez and 58-year-old Elifonso Mata, were shot and left for dead. Their bodies were found in a grassy area off Perrin Vital and Wurzbach Parkway. Investigators believe the two were homeless and were living at the scene. Alfaro is accused of calling 911 to report the two men had been shot in the head. A detail police say had not been released at the time. The affidavit also says Alfaro was seen on surveillance going to and from the crime scene, and a gun found in his backpack during a separate incident matched the shell casings found at the scene. Crime Stoppers needs help solving this man's murder. This is Jade DeMonte Ray Hills. He died in September of 2021. San Antonio police found his body at an apartment complex on Starcrest, not far from Loop 410 on the northeast side. They say he had been shot in the head. Hills died at the hospital and no one has been arrested yet. If you have any information, call Crime Stoppers at 210-224-STOP. Today marked the fourth day of testimony in the trial of Andre McDonald. Jurors heard about evidence found in two vehicles after his wife Andreen was reported missing. McDonald is on trial for the murder of his wife in 2019. Today, an FBI special agent testified about what was found inside a Porsche and Chevy Malibu owned by the couple.
There was a box of heavy-duty contractor garbage bags, a full-size axe, a small hatchet, and a pair of work gloves.
Investigators also found two lighters and a second hatchet. Today was a short day in court. Testimony wrapped up before lunch. The trial resumes tomorrow morning around 9, and you can watch live on KSAT.com, KSAT Plus, and the KSAT YouTube channel. The city of San Antonio could use eminent domain to take over a downtown bar, now that city council has given the okay. Moses Rose's hideout sits in the way of a planned visitor center for the Alamo. The city says it plans to try negotiating first, but as Garrett Berger explains, the owner says he has no faith in the process.
After years of the state and the Alamo Trust trying to buy Moses Rose's hideout, the city of San Antonio will lend a hand in the negotiations, too. A hand that also holds the power of eminent domain.
Basically, they want to negotiate with me, but they wanted a loaded gun to do it.
The city has been collaborating with the Texas General Land Office and the Alamo Trust on a $400 million plan to overhaul Alamo Plaza for years. Moses Rose's is in the footprint of a visitor center and museum that's central to that plan. The trust, which runs the Alamo site, says owner Vince Cantu has declined multiple offers to buy his property, including one last month for $3.5 million.
At any point in the last 2 years, if Mr. Cantu legitimately wanted to come to the table and have a productive discussion, that could have occurred. Okay. But it hasn't.
Cantu, though, says there haven't been any real attempts to negotiate. While his price had been $17 million, He shouted from the audience he'd start at 8.
They've told me I hadn't come to the table. They never even told me where the table was.
There was a push to delay the vote by 2 weeks at Cantu's request, but it failed.
We have to come to the table. If the property owner is serious about that, it will happen because of this action, not because we've delayed it.
Whatever the outcome, Cantu won't try to resurrect the bar somewhere else.
I hope, I hope that the people who voted to kill Moses Rose and bury him there will step around his gravesite because the blood is on their hands.
Again, that was Garrett Burns reporting. A stretch of Cevallos Street in Southtown will be named the Emma Tenayuca Memorial Way. The San Antonio City Council made it official during today's council meeting. Tenayuca was a San Antonio labor and civil rights leader in the mid-1900s, best known for leading the pecan sheller strike of 1938. Back in November, Mayor Ron Nierenberg and District 3 Councilwoman Terry Castillo announced they were seeking the designation to honor Tenayuca's legacy. All right, so it got a little chilly this morning. The big question is, what does tomorrow have in store? Here's Adam Caskey with a look at Friday's forecasts.
Another chilly start to the day tomorrow. Mid-30s in the morning and then only warming up to 58 degrees by the afternoon. You'll also notice increasing clouds, which will lead to a damp and drizzly Saturday with a few sprinkles from time to time. Very light in nature by late Saturday into early Sunday. Some scattered showers, even a few rumbles of thunder possible, especially east of I-35. 62 on Saturday. By Sunday in the afternoon, some sunshine, boosting us to 70, but then much cooler next week. Highs in the lower 50s for the most part, and better rain chances, especially by Tuesday and Wednesday. Check back for updates there.
Weeks after the Southwest travel debacle, the airline says it's still recovering financially. The company's 2022 fourth quarter earnings are in the red. This after thousands of canceled flights in December cost the airline about $800 million. While operations are back on track, the implications aren't over. Southwest says it expects to take another financial hit in the first quarter of this year.
I'm not proud of what happened. I am very proud of our people and all that they have done to take care of our customers and their needs.
The travel meltdown was blamed on a system failure brought on by days of cancellation for bad weather. Southwest says it is focused on making sure the issue doesn't happen again and is cooperating with the Department of Transportation's investigation. Gas prices are zooming past the $3 a gallon mark again, and there's more to come. You probably noticed. Prices are up 15 cents a gallon in just the past week, and they're 59 cents higher than Christmas. That's due mostly to winter weather affecting refineries and renewed China demand. Last year was pretty rough on drivers' wallets, but what about this year?
For now, it's not looking great for motorists, with the prognosis of likely higher prices coming, maybe not so much in February, but late February and early March is really when we're going to start seeing prices likely accelerate.
He says $4 a gallon price is a possibility, although he doesn't foresee prices being as high as last summer. So the big question, here are a few ways how you can stretch your dollar at the pump. That includes keeping your tires properly inflated. Keep in mind, cold weather can cause the air in your tires to condense. You can also find the lowest price near you using apps like Gas Buddy or Gas Guru. And finally, fill your tank on Monday. Gas Buddy says right now that's the cheapest day to fill up in San Antonio. The host team, Duquesne, says this was a prank. Today, the university said it is reviewing its safety protocols. Don't know what that means in terms of security letting them into the building or the food being offered. We're still figuring that out as well. Coming up tonight on the Night Beat, keeping construction on task and on time. The steps San Antonio city leaders are taking to hold contractors accountable. Plus, multiple violations reported at several San Antonio restaurants, while the health department ordered re-inspections when we go behind the kitchen door tonight on the Night Beat. And we're out of time. The 9 at Night returns tomorrow. Have a great night.